Okay, so the next video with my thoughts and impressions is gonna be with the Ember Spirit, and first of all, I should probably talk about the comparison between Ember Spirit and the Earth Spirit itself. Who's better, who is overall a better hero to play? To me, that has to be Earth Spirit, just because the fact is that as Earth Spirit, you can be successful as every single role in the game. So you can be support, you can be roaming, you can be offlane. Mid, to me, is the best role. You can also be a carry, kind of that utility active carry. So as Earth Spirit, you can be successful as every single role. As an Ember Spirit, I think in this aspect, you are limited. You are limited to rather mid, or you are limited to being offlane. To me, for my playstyle, I think that kind of is maybe defining what I like most with this hero, is gonna be the best choice mid. Because I like to be active. Even when I'm playing, maybe it seems like a farming hero, in the end you need like items to impress or be effective as this hero. If you don't have items, this hero is okay as a setup for your allies, as a setup for catching people when they are running away, or catching people when they're initiating and jumping into the fight, jumping away from the fight. But if you want to do insane damage, deal insane damage through your Sleight of Fist skill, you just need like two big items, like Desolator and maybe a Battle Fury or Battle Fury Skadi. You need like two big items to do a lot of damage and be extremely effective and annoying to the opponent team. So mid to me is more about XP gain. I think there are two things with this hero. XP gain and a gold gain. Of course, on a safe lane, you're probably gonna get more gold than on a mid. Like, ratio is gonna be better for the safe lane in a sense of gold gain. Now, if the gold gain is that important though, I believe that the XP gain with this hero is more important in the beginning than a gold gain. Because XP gain defines your usefulness with the skills. How useful you are performing what this hero does. So what this hero does is, he is extremely annoying, he's extremely durable, because with the Sleight of Fist, just level 1, you can actually avoid stuns. Any projectile that is flying on you, you can avoid. Of course, you need a timing, you need to be prepared for it, you need to have a decent delay to it too. But it can happen. With the Flame Guard, you have a Magic Absorb. On top of that, you have, which I think is more important in the beginning, you have damage over time. Searing Chains is a nice disable on 2 targets, and also it has a 3-second disable on level 3. So having Searing Chains max level, or level 3 at least, and having Flame Guard max level is insane damage over time that you are doing as an Ember Spirit. Plus your ulti as an initiation to go in. With the bottle on the mid, you have enough to be very successful as a hero. So you can be ganking side lanes, or you can be dominating the mid. If there's somebody ganking, it is usually safe to say it's a certain kill from let's say level 6. It should be certain kill if somebody's ganking the mid for you. So I like that aspect of it, and plus I like to be active from mid. So I go to the side lanes, if there's an action, I have a TP, I go with my bottle to that place, and I gain items this way. I gain most items, and my most successful games when I had most skills are from a mid, when I'm just getting XPs, getting, farm too, of course, you are getting farm, but for the discussion, that's why I'm saying, let's say you have more farm from a safe lane, which may not be the case, by the way. So from a mid, I like to be active, and I can't be active because of the levels. From a safe lane, I have to say there are heroes that are better than you from a safe lane. You're not gaining maybe XPs that fast. Let's say there's a 2 against 2 lane. Safe lane doesn't mean there's gonna be you against creeps. Safe lane can mean there's gonna be a better setup of heroes against you. So you can have like a Venomancer and Ember Spirit against, I don't know, Weaver and Omni Knight. It can be something Weaver and Abaddon. Very defensive and offensive at the same time heroes. In that aspect, you don't have a strong lane, you are not gaining levels because there's a support sitting on your lane leeching XPs, and also you don't really get farm because there are better heroes against you. They are not allowing you to get the money that you need for the items. So in some games, you can be countered on a safe lane as an Ember Spirit. On a mid, very rarely I had an issue with that. People don't really gank you, and if they gank you, you have means to get out. You have means to protect yourself. You have the Flame Shield, you have the jump, you can actually stun them with the Searing Chain. So you have means to get out from a problem. This hero is very flashy, very momentum-oriented, very jumpy. So all your spells are kind of momentum-wise. So jump into the team fight, you go Sleight of Fist, you go Searing Chains on somebody, of course, while you are activating your Flame Guard. So every aspect of this hero, every skill is kind of adding the damage that you do. It's not about one spell in a let's say like a mid game. It's not about one spell being like overpowered necessarily. It's everything together does insane damage. And most of it is kind of an area based on damage. Your ulti, your Flame Guard, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, it's on 2 targets area, let's say. Not area, but 2 targets that you're gonna cast on in that certain area. So everything together does decent damage, plus your team joining in, you are doing decent damage if you are just leveled up. So let's say you have a, boots, you have a drums, you have Bordel. With that, if you have levels, you are completely fine. And if you are gonna be winning teamfights, which you should be from a mid, or in most cases, you are gonna get the first item. It's gonna be Battle Fury, Maelstrom, Vladimir, let's say if you are not doing that fine, can be Desolator, whatever the item for you is, it is. That can happen in a matter of 2 minutes, 3 minutes, straight away, right after a few actions. Most successful games I had from mid jumping into the actions. Now, of course, this hero is dependent on items, so at some point you need those items to be successfully dealing damage through the Sleight of Fist, which I think is the best spell of his. If, of course, you have the items. If you don't have items, this hero can get a little bit lost in a game, in some games, because the opponent carry can be that much stronger that they can just jump you and basically kill you. If there's a silence also, they can kill you because of it too. So, I have to say, I trust my gameplay and I trust my ability to be very jumpy and flashy. With this hero, you can cast things through the Sleight of Fist. So you can increase the range of your spells. So what I'm talking about is, you do Sleight of Fist on a target that is escaping. You don't even need to see him. He can be on a cliff, you're just running after him. You do Sleight of Fist in that Sleight of Fist, or right after when you're gonna cast it on that area. You're gonna click on the Searing Chain, it's gonna transfer to the Sleight of Fist, so your reach is increasing by like 1500 range for the disable. And also you have all this, you can jump back to it. And also, if there's a teamfight, it can be very confusing for the opponent team to target you, because you're jumping through the Sleight of Fist, there are creeps plus 3 enemy heroes, you're not coming back after 1 second, it's like, almost 2 seconds of jumping. Then you are coming back, and let's say you have still like two remnants with the ultis, so you can be still jumping around, so somebody targeting you with a stun, somebody targeting with a silence, it's tricky. It's tricky if you play correctly. So I like to play aggressively item-wise, so I'm getting Battle Fury, I'm getting Maelstrom in like 60-70% of situations. In 30% situations, I'm just reduced to, I have not that much money, so I maybe go drums first, and then I'm deciding what I'm gonna do. Is there really a hero that can completely disable me? So is there a Clinks with a silencer? Is there a Storm, Queen of Pain? Basically heroes that can just appear from nowhere, silencing you, disabling you. Because this hero, if he's silenced, hexed, mostly silence is the case here, is completely pointless. He cannot do a single thing. You can say that with every single hero that is in a game, but as this hero, you need to stun people, you need to be effective, you need to deal the damage with all the items effects, like a Maelstrom, like a Battle Fury Cleave, like a Skadi Slow, whatever you have as an item, you need to be dealing that through your spells. You're not gonna out-attack anybody, it's pointless. So, in 30% of situations, maybe 20, I just need to do it. I just needed to buy Manta Style or BKB. Which of course is reducing your effectiveness a little bit. But then again, if you have drums and let's say Yasha and Manta Style, or going into the Manta Style, it's fine, but it's just better for this hero to be, or to get overpowered, which means like 2 big items, as soon as possible. I like Battle Fury for the one aspect, Cleave. Cleave is actually amazing, which you may see in this clip in some cases, like was for example Mirana getting Cleave, there was a Patch getting the full effect of the Cleave. You could be saying, well, it's, their heroes are not necessarily clumping together, they're not necessarily near each other that much. But that's actually a mistake. If you look at heroes defending, pushing, they are always together, so Cleave really works well. There are creeps too, so if somebody's near creep, so he jumps on you or on somebody, and there's a creep wave, because the creep wave reacts to heroes, so they are near a creep wave. When you are cleaving through the Sleight of Fist, that does continuous damage to the person that is nearby. If you have crit, which is a item as a Daedalus, if you can there's 5 targets, let's say, like creeps, and a 1 hero. Sleight of Fist is very fast. So from that point, if there's a 1 crit on the creeps, it's gonna transfer to the hero. So to me, Battle Fury is really effective items, and I'm being very risky in a lot of cases getting to that Battle Fury, but I really am seeing the difference between having Battle Fury and not having Battle Fury. And of course, I believe in my playstyle. I believe I can adjust to whatever they have in most cases. I believe I can outplay them with the mobility and momentum of this hero. So overall, this hero is really strong. I like the flashiness, I like the jumpiness of this hero. I have to play more games. I kind of watched what I played, and a lot of these games, because I started playing on safe lane, and maybe because it's my playstyle to be active, I like to play Punch, being active, Earth Spirit, I'm running around. Like you could see the Earth Spirit thoughts video. I got 4-5 kills in 1 minute, just jumping on every single lane, killing people, and that's how I'm winning games as an Earth Spirit. So I like to be, I guess these days, very active, I like to be a player that is successing as a roaming type of a killing hero, that I win the game as soon as possible with killing the opponent heroes and giving my team advantage. I like that. I like the strategy, and with this hero you can actually do that. So maybe it's because of that I like to play him more on the mid than the farm. But the truth is, I've been countered on the safe lane. I have to be careful about that. As I said, Klings, Weaver, Timbersaw, almost anything you can think of that is kind of on the off lane is kind of a better hero than you. And I've been reduced to not being even with my support. So I went 1v1, kind of out leveled because I didn't have levels because my support was there in the beginning. Then he left for roaming. So I had to stand against superior hero with the hero that is not that good lane-wise. If you are starting with a support, you are 2 there, you don't have much XP. So I had to like buy arcane boots. I had to be effective in a different sense. I had to be still effective as a team player because farm was not happening on that type of lane. So this hero to me is better on mid. I will play him again. I will try to play some certain gameplay, maybe longer game to kind of see if this hero can hold on to his power in the late of the game. I can say one thing. I never yet experienced defensive type of Ember Spirit that is farmed. So what I mean by that is they're attacking your base, you are defending, Sleight of Fist, you're putting remnants everywhere. I never really got to that point that I needed to defend like that. So I would like to see everything that I can with the Ember Spirit. So far, I'm really enjoying the hero. It's really flashy, jumpy. So that's gonna be with the thoughts video. There's definitely gonna be another gameplay of this hero coming very soon. So thank you for watching so far, and wait for the gameplay.